One of the larger Formula One teams at the races is led by Aero GP pilot Smokey Young.
Well, Reno Air Racing was formed about 2.5 years ago. I've been up here as owner pilot of basically a stock Formula One racer. Met up with Robert and Nancy Subcheck from Racine, Wisconsin. We formed the company. Got a very competitive Formula One race plane that we named Sly Dog. We spent about 2 years developing that airframe, and we're now competing in the gold here at Reno. The airplane's been racing since 1983. We actually purchased the airplane, as I said, 2 years ago. We've done some development and flight test work with it, changed some things to update it for modern times, and it's a real good airframe. Technically, it's called a Western Air Racing Special. That's its make and model.
The teams can also benefit from the same technology as the more powerful aircraft. This year, Sly Air Racing have onboard telemetry fitted to their aircraft.
It's one of these things where we went from looking at nothing in terms of data, what the pilot could remember, and oftentimes not in sequence because the guy's up there, he's just trying to keep the plane alive, trying to keep out of the way, trying to get ahead. And so we went from that to this telemetry that has a lot of information. Well, the advantage that I believe it gives you is there's a lot of restrictions on the racing, and there's a lot of restrictions on the qualification. There's no communication with the pilot during qualification, but the pilot has to know when he's good to go for qualifying. And so what I did in that case is I looked at the data and I said, if you look at this particular, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but if you look at this particular number on this particular dial, then I'd go for the qualify, because that's going to mean you're going to be running at pretty much your top speed. And there's that kind of information.
High-powered lightweight aircraft in this class are incredibly responsive and demand 100% attention from their pilots.
Yeah, you tend to stay pretty focused out there. You're with 7 other airplanes, 8 airplanes going around the course. You're 30 to 50 feet above the ground, and the speeds are approaching 250 miles an hour. So you do tend to stay very, very focused on the task. Well, the big thing you're thinking of when you're passing is how to generate enough overtake on the other aircraft. You need about 7 miles per hour of overtake, and you can do that with pure speed differential, but you can also do it from an angular perspective. So if he's in a turn around a pylon, if I can zip, get inside him, generate that overtake, and then make a nice clean pass to the outside, that's what you can do, or that's one of the things you want to do.